Hello, everybody. My name's Chris. Is it worth it, y'all? Let's find out.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back. This is Chris, and this is It Worth It, y'all?
Hi, y'all. This is Greg, and this is It Worth It, y'all?
Hey, y'all. I'm Chris, and this is It Worth It, y'all? Hey, y'all. I'm Chris, and this is It Worth It, y'all? Hey, y'all. I'm Chris, and this is It Worth It, y'all?
Hey, y'all. I'm Chris, and this is It Worth It, y'all? And today, we're going to celebrate our second YouTube anniversary. So, stick around, and here are some of the highlights of the last 12 months of Is It Worth It, y'all?
Hey, y'all. I'm Chris.
And I'm Greg.
And this is It Worth It, y'all? And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We made it a full year on the channel. Can you believe it?
Not really.
I can't believe it's gone that fast.
It has gone really fast.
All right, let me show you what we got out of here. There's the 4 carcasses that we're going to use to make stock. And this is the 2, 4, 6, 8 jars of chicken that we're going to can real quick. So what I like to do, these are all the carcasses and all the meat that I didn't want to process. Then I have a gallon Ziploc bag in my freezer that says veggie scraps for stocks. So when you have like the hearts of celery left that you didn't want to eat, I know it looks pretty raunchy, but that's because it's frozen. Put them in a bag. And when it's time for you to make stock, you can use all these pieces to make amazing stock. What we're going to make today is an entire year's worth of laundry detergent for not a lot of money. I'll put current prices up at the end so you can see how much an entire year's worth of laundry is for 2 people. So stick around and we'll show you how to make liquid laundry soap. First things first we have to do is we have to melt this. So what I like to do is actually shred it into a pot. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna melt all this down. All right, we're down in the basement, and as you can see, it's been 24 hours and our soap is solid. If you've been around long enough, you know that Greg is totally all about making sure that we have our pantry identified and inventoried to make sure that we can track what we're using, which is a lot of the reason why we do these challenges, to include making sure that we know what we're going to grow next year for our garden. So another layer that Greg put on us this year was we're actually going to track our consumption. And I am so glad we did, because we went through so much more than what we thought we would go through, and we showed us really what we're eating and maybe what we need to focus on eating up in the next few months before we start bringing in produce from our new garden. Taste test of just the meat. I'll bring you guys in close so you can see what it looks like. So there's what it looks like after it's cooked all day. Or we did 90 minutes and then I just let it sit because we weren't ready. Smells good. What do you think? All right, we'll pull out a taste test.
That's ours.
That's ours, you can tell.
This is our next garden update. We have made so much progress. We laid out the beds, bought all the material, and we are actually going to make raised beds for the first time in over a decade of me having this garden. I am so excited. This is just, talk about make my day. This is Greg, built almost all the beds in one day. And we're going to go through, and these end up scooching down a little bit, but not too bad. And look at that. I mean, it's so pretty.
I'm going to give you an update on our seed starting. They're a little bit more than seed starts now. If you follow me, we'll take a look. This is the greenhouse. As you can see, that's still some seed starts that we seed started later just to see how they would do and give us try to do a little bit of session planning. Tonight we are making ramen noodles. This is the package we're going to use. We've upgraded. We're going to try to give these a try. I've already started doing a little I've chopped up some of our habananas and a couple small cayenne peppers just to even it out, the hot with the sweet. An onion. I got some garlic here. I got 2 quarts of turkey stock that we'll be making our sauce slash boiling the noodles in. Ramen noodles with pulled pork, green beans, and corn. Okay, so I'm just gonna dive right in. Flavor's good, not too spicy.
This is just an introduction video because we want to start a new journey with you guys. We have looked on the internet for a while now, and we see a ton of canning videos to show you how to can and preserve all the products that we grow or that you get at the farmer's market in bulk. And what we've realized is I can't find anything where it shows like just specific meals that you would use your canning products in. So what Greg and I have decided what we're gonna do, and we've got several episodes planned for you, we've called this journey the Quick Canning Cuisine.
Today I want to give you a little update on the garden situation. We've had it in place for a month and a half now. I was gone for 5 days, Chris was gone for 2 weeks. So the weeding got neglected a little bit. So I want to show you what's growing, and I want to show you some of the beds that we're getting ready to weed now and the beds that we've already weeded, and show you a little bit of the difference of how when you keep up on weeding, how pretty your garden can look. This is our green bean batch. This is our carrot bed. As you can see, not weeded. We've got a couple tomatoes sparsely planted throughout there. This is our lettuce that we'll harvest tonight again for about the 10th time already. This is our pepper row that we weeded last night. Oh, and in the back here, I don't know if she can zoom in. Chris is running the camera today. This is our asparagus patch. So this is one of the onion rows. We've weeded it last night. And when I weed, like I got a weed here that we missed. So I hand pick all my weeds. This is our celery that we've pruned some of the stalks that were just laying. Celery, some more peppers, some tomatoes, another row of tomatoes, another row of onions, and our potato patch. And back here is our Jerusalem artichokes.
All right, so we're in Greg's garage just to give you some reference, and I'm gonna let Greg take over and talk to you about this little frame thing that we've developed last year. All right, y'all, here is the first of 2 truckloads of onions. We got the white, the red, and the candy. All right, y'all, look at this. We still have a full row out there, but Greg's finishing up the garlic. And here we go. So we've got Patterson onions on the left, and then we've got our red candy apples, and then our ringmasters, which are our white onions, and then our yellow candy onions.
We are getting ready to get into the fall weather, and it's a little bit cool, and it's making me dream of ramen. So what I wanted to do was kick it back probably till fall of 2024, when we just got on this really heavy ramen kick, and we came up with some really cool recipes, and we think that it's worth kind of like showing you. I think it's 3. We've got a fish, a pork, and a chicken ramen recipe that we think you're going to enjoy.
We are introducing the Every Bit Counts Challenge. Now, we did this last year, and we really loved it, and this is sponsored by Three Rivers Homestead. Jessica over there started this several years ago, and basically the rules are you're going to try to preserve or put away at least one thing a day. All right, y'all, welcome to Every Bit Counts Challenge Week 1. We are preserving tomatoes. And if you've watched my previous video, you know how easy it is to preserve tomatoes. We are not ready to use these in any canning recipes yet, so we are going to toss them in the freezer. Our sage has gone bonkers, which is absolutely wonderful. So today we're going to harvest sage and get that hanging up so we can give it as Christmas presents. There you go. That's what it looks like hung. I don't know if you can see from up there. I'm not tall enough. But yeah, look underneath. It's so cool. And today we're gonna do something really cool. We are going to prep some meals for a friend of the family that needs a little bit of help, not financially or whatnot, but just time-wise, things going on in their lives. We are going to set them up with a bunch of freezer meals to make sure that that's one less thing they have to think about until all the things that need to happen and they can get back to their regularly scheduled programs. All right, there we have it, folks. We have our egg bites, our 4 taco kits, 3 beef stroganoffs, and 5 lasagnas. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 meals, y'all. That's pretty awesome. Today, we are gonna bake a ton of bread products. We have been out of bread products for a really long time. And now, today is the day. Fingers crossed, I've got the day off right now. And we are gonna make bread, sandwich bread. We are gonna make pizza dough. We are gonna make hamburger buns. Fingers crossed I can get to English muffins because I have never made English muffins out of home ground grains before. So stick around and we're gonna see how far we can get on that list of a bread baking bonanza. See you right back.
The loaves of bread came out of the oven and they look fantastic. I did have to wrestle with one, as you'll see here in a minute, because it actually stuck to the top of the Pullman loaf. I was flabbergasted. So this is us checking the rise and throwing these bread loaves in the oven. So we'll catch you whenever they come back out. So the rise on everything did very, very well. This is brand new yeast, so that helped too. And here we go out of the oven, wrestling with these Pullman loaves. I can't believe this is the first time I've ever had one stick to the top. So mental note, I definitely need to spray the top of the Pullman loaves. So in case I accidentally, see it? Ugh. In case I accidentally get too full and this happens again. It still tasted good. It's still fine. We'll just use it. We won't give it away as a gift or anything, but.
Today, we're gonna do some more freezer meals for one. We are gonna make old-fashioned TV dinners, except they're not gonna be full of sodium and all those weird things. We're gonna make them fresh and good, and we're gonna put 8 freezer meals in the freezer so we can take them to lunch or use them for meals whenever we have a busy night. So, here we go. All right, so now we are going to distribute the mashed potatoes. Oh my stars, I almost forgot the most important part. Goodness. This is the balsamic marinade. And we are gonna put, I might cut that one in half and split it in between these two. So that'll make 3. All right, y'all, there we go. 4 beef and pork meals and 4 chicken meals. We're gonna make freezer meals for one out of our Thanksgiving leftovers. And I don't wanna fill these up too full because I'm really good at filling stuff up too full. So we're gonna go 2 little scoops in each one. I wanna stretch this to 8. That was a terrible first scoop. That would be ideal. Now that we don't have to fill them up all the way to the rim either. I gotta remind myself that. Plus they're gonna put a big old nice layer of either dressing or potatoes on the top. I think we can do it. Look how good they look. Now you're gonna either reheat this in the oven. You can reheat in the oven in this tray, or you can take this out, put it in a microwave safe dish, or put it in a toaster oven if you've got it. Y'all, look at all this. 7, probably more like 14 meals. 7 meals. Look at all these. I can't believe this. This is so good. Today, I'm gonna take you through what we like to call our Christmas baskets. We make 8 baskets a year, and if you're lucky, you get one of them. So. It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be beautiful and easy. Because look at them, aren't they pretty? All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I love giving our products away because it just fills my heart with joy.
My goodness, you guys, we did a lot in 2025. We are so grateful that we have the ability to bring all of these videos to you. Go back and check out the full versions. I've linked everything up in the cards for you. Such awesome videos. Going back and looking at all that just made me smile inside and out. And I'm so grateful for the fact that you guys stick around with us and watch these videos and cheer us on while we go. Thank you so much. We're going to spend the next couple weeks getting ready to celebrate the birth of Jesus. And hopefully you get to spend your holiday season with your friends and family too. Happy birthday. Happy second birthday, Is It Worth It, y'all? And thank you to each and every one of you that takes time out of your day to watch our videos. I wasn't going to get emotional. All right. So, until we see you on the next video, happy birthday. Is it worth it, y'all? Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Bye, y'all.